No matter the amount of rallies we have, the discrimination towards women has not stopped. Although it's not as bad as it used to be, women are still discriminated against at work and at school. But the University of Minnesota in Morris is looking to stop women's discrimination with a group called Women of Color Association. I'm here with Olivia Harris, president of Women of Color Association, also known as WOCA. So, Olivia, what does the Women of Color Association do?
So, mostly our goal is to empower women of all colors. We partnered heavily with the Morris Feminists as well, since this was a college organization. So we worked with minority women on campus to ensure their safety, talk about any problems that they were having, any sort of issues that were arising with other students, with professors, also just if they needed, language translation, anything like that. We did all of that. We also helped with any sort of sexual abuse. We had all the contact lists for that, and we worked also heavily with the Students Against Rape Committee on campus as well.
Was sexual abuse huge?
I mean, sexual abuse is a big thing on all campuses. I can't say it was a big thing on mine, because I don't know. I didn't party too much. I wasn't out in that crowd, but I know it happened. I had some friends that it happened to. They weren't raped, but they've been assaulted. But it's happened everywhere, so we definitely were a safe place for all women to come to and talk to us if anything like that were to happen.
If men wanted to join, could they?
Definitely. We had a few male members. It was quite an eclectic group. Morris as a whole, as a campus, is very LGBT friendly. They're very open about it. It's a safe place for that community as well. There's a lot of classes focused on that community. So that was really interesting. So we had a lot of women who were part of that community as well, and a lot of males as well that wanted to know about women's issues, who were taking women's issues classes, gender classes, sexuality classes. That was actually a major. You could major in gender and sexuality.
So how does WOCA help with women in their education?
Well, we would tutor. We would get together and have study groups. We would help intervene with professors if need be. I know one girl who was the president the year before me came and was having issues with one of her professors. I mean, he wouldn't call on her. He wouldn't, he would go out of his way to try to not schedule meetings with her, and she didn't know if it was her or what it was about, like what his issue with her was. So we talked about things like that. That's just an example of something we would do to help with education, because things like that happen still on college campuses, in higher education. And the higher you go, you still find a lot of racist, sexist beliefs.
Yeah.
Just by, faculty and beliefs on how the genders think and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, so there are a lot of problems like that we helped with.
So would you recommend this group?
Oh, definitely. I mean, when we went out and did our tabling at the beginning of the year to recruit students to our club, we made sure that everyone knew this is a women's group, but it's for everyone. It's for all of us to get together, to learn about each other's cultures, our sexualities, our genders, and to come together and figure out how we can work together and see life through each other's eyes, So we really went out of our way to make sure that students knew that. So and I think that's key when you're in education. You don't want to get stuck, for example, studying one thing. We made sure to keep each other make sure we gave each other a wide world view, so to speak. That we made each other aware of what we were studying and ways that what we were studying all came together and how we just at the end all come together. So I definitely would recommend it to anybody.